वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्. In the second chapter, Sri Krishna praised the importance and significance of knowledge. But when, after that appreciation of jnana, still when Sri Krishna asks Arjuna to perform the dharma, your duty. So there is a doubt in the mind of Arjuna that if jnana, knowledge, is superior to action, then why you are telling me to do action? So there are two paths that what Krishna told to Arjuna. One is the path of jnana, one is path of karma. Why he doesn't talk about bhakti here? You know, there are various ways of study and various ways of classification. You achieve something by performing actions, or the futility of the object which you are pursuing to achieve, that comes in knowledge. So either with the help of knowledge, you understand that there is nothing to achieve and you restrain yourself, or you don't be active in that. Again, if you want to achieve it, then it is only possible through karma. Karma is always means to achieve your goal. But when the goal is self-knowledge, then external karma is not required. Again, external karma is required for self-knowledge, for the purification of the mind. But again, those actions which you perform to purify your mind is not meant to achieve that object. It is for purification of the mind. For example, when you do Nam Japa, it's an action. What you want to achieve? You achieve something which is within. It is not by that. That's why we do that spiritual practice also. If people interpret that I am doing this spiritual practice to achieve something objective, whatever objectivity could be, that people should know that I am a great devotee, that people should know that I do a lot of service. It is the same service, but your objective is in the mind, which totally brings different result of action. So, Sri Krishna told to Arjuna that there are two paths always given for karma, one for jnana. Then confusion comes in the mind of Arjuna, as we told just now. If jnana is superior, then why you are telling me to do karma? Shankaracharya says a very beautiful sentence in form of one big word called Jnana Nishtha Yogyata Prapti. Eligibility to achieve knowledge. Eligibility of whom? Atman is always present. There is no eligibility for the Atman. Eligibility of the mind. So karma you do for the purification of the mind. But again, once mind is purified, do you need to do anything to realize yourself? These are the These are the discussions in the scriptures. There is a mirror which is covered with some kind of dust or impurity. You are standing in front of the mirror, but you cannot see your face. Does mirror has lost capacity to reflect your face? No. Is your presence really presence? Yes, you are standing in front of the mirror. But there is a layer of dust or the layer of mud. So what you do, you just clean up the mirror. After cleaning the mirror, do you need to do any practice, spiritual practice or any kind of action to see your reflection? No. This example is given to understand this, that realization of the self is not product of any action, is not product of any karma. If it is product of any karma, anybody can do that karma and realize? No. Realization of self is always present. You are never absent. Only your concept about yourself is different, that I am a body, that I am a mind, that I am so and so, etc. So Shankaracharya puts in Vivek Chudamani in the beginning, some shlokas itself he says, Chittasya shuddhaye karma natu vastupalabdhaye. Karma is only meant for purification of the mind, not for realizing the self. So, then he says this shloka. Arjuna says, I will not fight. Here it should not be taken as a fight is not interest of Arjuna. Fight is because he has to save the dharma. Because other side Kauravas, though there are great people in his army, like Bhishma and Kripa and others, Drona, but they are all supporting that which is adharma. The war is between dharma and adharma. That's why Krishna supported dharma. Interestingly, Krishna was not the person to fight. He says, no, I will not use the weapon. I will be with Arjuna, because Arjuna wants me to be with him. Duryodhana says, give me your huge army. So think of Krishna. He has to fight against his own army. Correct? The Narayani Sena, the army of Narayana, belonged to whom? Belonged to Krishna. Krishna comes in Pandava's side. The whole army of Narayana goes to Kaurava's side. So in a way, Krishna has to fight with his own army. That's not easy. It's not easy. But for the sake of dharma, he is ready. Secondly, he said, I will not take the weapon in my hand. Asastram, shastrapanaya. I am not going to hold even weapon in my hand. Why? God is neutral. Your self is neutral. Self has nothing to do with merits and demerits or papa and punya and all that. So Krishna says, okay, where there is dharma, I am here. I will not fight, but I will be on the side of dharma. But if you see the whole story of Mahabharata, Pandavas could not have won the war if Krishna was not there. That's the story side. So when Arjuna says, I will not fight, many times you will find people suffering in life, different kind of affliction. Problems with children, problem with spouses, problem with the society, financial problem, whatever. People get dejected. Sometimes some people will come and say, Oh, you propose life is better, nothing to worry about. I said, no, we have a different sorts of problems. Nobody is free from problem in this world. So Krishna said, in that case, I will not work. What is his job? His job is to fight for dharma. He said, no, I will not. So Krishna says, na karmanam anarambhat nishkarmyam purushosnute. Not by just not doing karma you can achieve that state of actionlessness. That I am a karta, that I am not the doer, that comes only when you realize that I am the self, which doesn't have karma. But by not doing karma, you cannot reach the state of actionlessness. Nasa sanyasanadeva siddhim samadhi gacchati. And just by you renounce action, you don't reach the goal. You don't meet the purpose. No, you told jnana is better than karma. So I don't do karma. I do the jnana. So Krishna says, no, not by not doing karma you will achieve that. Here Shankaracharya interprets that. If I say, don't think by not doing this you will achieve something, means by doing karma only you can achieve. So to achieve this state of nishkarmya, to achieve the state of that I am the self, and self doesn't have any action, because action comes out of desire, desire comes out of ignorance. Once you know the self, then there is no ignorance about the self. So there is no dearth you feel, to fulfill which you have to do karma. Karma is a very difficult science. But there are simple principles are there we should understand. Forget about scriptures. Even in your own practical life, the same siddhanta, the same principles will work. You have to work and earn money. Why? Because when you retire, you will get pension. But when I get pension, do I need to work? No. Just enjoy the pension. Then let me start enjoying pension from today itself. No. To enjoy that pension, you have to work now. So by not doing work, nobody is going to achieve. Even for monks in this age, Swamiji started this karma yoga. There was no monastic order in the beginning of 20th century who was actively participating in doing service. There was no monastic order in Hinduism. Because they followed these principles. We renounce, we spend our time in scriptures, in japa and meditation. Why should I do work? I don't have any desire to achieve something. And that was sustained for thousands of years. Monks do not do work. Swamiji came and gave a different direction to this. That was my topic of doing research. How Ramakrishna order became instrument in regeneration of monasticism in India. All the monks were supported by the society till today, is being supported by the society. So the monks has some duty towards the society. earlier time also, those who want to know used to go to the monks in the forest or in the temples and used to learn something. Swami Vivekananda said, no. It is time for monks to be in the society, not of the society, though from the society, and help the society. In which way? By serving the society and by whatever knowledge you have. Spread that knowledge. It will reduce this ignorance about the self, even for the devotees. So he started this Karma Yoga. Holy Mother supported it. When Swamiji started this order, it was first time in the history that Hindu monks were enjoined to do karma. For example, Swami Yoganandaji, Sri Ramakrishna's another disciple, he vehemently opposed Swamiji's views that just because you went to America and came back, that's why you want to start these hospitals and dispensaries and all that. Sri Ramakrishna never told us to do that. Then Swamiji told, you do what Sri Ramakrishna has told you to do. I have no right to say anything to you. But I am doing exactly what Sri Ramakrishna has told me to do. And that is this. That it will be helpful even for the monks to do Nishkam Karma. Because we are born in this age. You don't consider monks were 3000 years before and today we are. We are product of the same society. So the society has its own whatever blemishes or samskaras, etc. that percolates in the monks. We come from the same society. So Chitta Shuddhi is required. And society needs help of the monks. So that part also okay. So Sri Ramakrishna's guidance was that monks will stay united in form of a sangha, form of a order, do spiritual practice for their own realization, but also continue doing service to the society. And after that, whichever monastic orders, individually or collectively, everyone has accepted service as a way of life. Where service is not the way of life, that society is in trouble. So, na karmanam anarambhat nishkarmyam purushosnute. That means, karmana arambhat nishkarmyam purushosnute. Do karma, start karma. Once you did your karma, then only the result of karma will be there. And you need to karma how far? Till you reach the goal. We have to, that is work in progress. Work is never completed, work is in progress. And whoever will achieve the goal in between will come out of this karma yoga or karma yajna. It's a state of mind. First, you decide your goal, what I want to achieve. And then utilize your karma for that. Utilize the karma, which will purify your mind, which will help you to do your spiritual practice, will make your state of mind more conducive to spiritual practices. How far you have to do? Till your mind becomes fit for. That's what Shankaracharya told. Jnana nishtha yogyata prapti. Till your mind is eligible to receive that knowledge. In other words, How far I have to clean the mirror? Till the mirror is cleaned. If you can do faster, you don't need to work for cleaning the mirror because mirror has been already cleaned. So idea is this. Nacha sanyasanat eva siddhim samadhigacchati. Siddhi is the goal. You don't achieve the goal just by renunciation. Renunciation, if you take it as an action, not that by doing that you will immediately realize God. Even 3000 to 4000 years before, in our Upanishads it is written, there are some guidelines for renunciation. When you should renounce? When Vairagya will come, then only you renounce, not before that. How do I know I have developed Vairagya? You don't need to judge. If you give example and say, because you have diabetes, you should not eat sweet. When should I renounce? Now itself. Can you renounce? No. When should I renounce? Till your understanding is clear. And that comes with experience. You took sweet, sugar increased, there was reaction in the body. You experienced that, analyzed that. But there are many stupid people in this world. They know sugar is going high. 120 allowed. Became 140, 160, 180, 200, 400. Still keep on taking sweets. Absolutely no control on the taste. Does he not know? He knows. Then why he takes? That's why ignorance. So ignorance is not only about the self, ignorance about the living life also. So, suddenly he is told, Sri Krishna will tell, but then there is a strong will. I must give up. Okay, from tomorrow no sweets. Sri Krishna comes to next sloka. Okay, you decided that you will not take sweet. Does it mean that you don't have a desire to take sweets? Think that state of mind. I want to take sweet, but I have decided I will not take. So you are putting control and you are putting to break the control. This is a very difficult state. And this state is a state of extreme unrest. Sweet is an example. The rest, everything in the world you can interpret. I have renounced, but I still have desire. What will happen to that person? Do you think just because he has renounced, he achieves the result of his renunciation? No. External renunciation is a samskara, you take over. Okay, fine, I want to renounce, I renounce. But you have to make your mind suitable for renunciation. So it is said, a person renounces after getting that knowledge, so his renunciation becomes very spontaneous. But there is another group which we all monks are of that category. What is that? To achieve the knowledge you renounce. Renunciation comes, natural, spontaneous renunciation comes when? Oh, okay, I should not take sweets, I renounce. You are completely matured in your mind with crystal clear idea that I do not have desire and I am renouncing it. Mind is peaceful from the day one. But to achieve the goal, you renounce. That renunciation is like a practice. Therefore, ours is called Vividisha Sannyasa, not Vidvat Sannyasa. Vidvat Sannyasa is by those who do not even know that they became monk. The renunciation came so spontaneously for them. Is renunciation after Atma Jnana, after having the knowledge, he doesn't need even to renounce. Automatically, the object of enjoyment, object of pursuits fall behind because he has already achieved. This group of people like us are Vividisha Sannyasa. To achieve, to get that knowledge of self, this is my practice, okay. Do not do this, do not do this, do not do this. And concentrate your full energy into realization of the self. So, again Sri Krishna says, you want to renounce action? Cannot. Nahi kaschit kshanamapi jatu tishtati karma krit. No one even stay for a moment without doing karma. You say, I am not doing anything, I am sitting. Sitting is a karma. If you don't do anything, breathing is a karma. Why do you do this karma? Because you want to be alive, you want to remain alive. That's the goal, that's why you do breathing, that's why you take food, that's why you walk around, make your body healthy. There is nothing you do without purpose. So whatever is done with the purpose in mind is called karma. It's called karma. That karma becomes karma yoga, provided you do it for the sake of realizing the truth, realizing the self. You do exercise to remain healthy. You can do exercise for many other purposes. It is not for the external action you are doing, but it is the purpose of the action in your mind. Why do I do is more important than what I do. That's why doing the same action, the result is different. You say how it is, how same action should produce the same result? No. A professor or a teacher is teaching in the class. Do you think all the students get the same marks? No. Because the mind is different. Even the attention is different. Even the retention is different. Why it is different? Because these are different state of mind. So even the same source of knowledge comes, same source of information comes, result is very different. So here it says, Karyate hi avashah karma sarva prakriti jai gunai. Your nature forces you to do karma. Your nature forces. What's your nature? Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. To increase sattva, you have to do practice. Tamas is more. Rajas is more. Sattva is less. So to increase sattva, you need to practice. The balance between Rajas and Tamas is sometimes called sattva. You cannot live without action. So you keep on doing action. Then you do action according to the purpose. Having control on what I do. Do little more, do little less. That's how we do spiritual practice. Whatever spiritual practices we do, whether we do japa or meditation or prayers or singing or hearing discourse or giving discourse, everything is spiritual practice. So what you do? You replace other karma, at least for 1 hour or 2 hours or 3 hours in a day, you replace that with spiritual practice, spiritual actions. That many people do most of the waking hours. Getting up in the morning to sleep in the night, they try to spend all their waking hours in replacing that sakama karma, action with desire, replace it with nishkama karma or spiritual adhyatmika karma. So because of these 3 gunas, and we are all slaves of these 3 gunas, tamas will come, you replace tamas with little rajas activity. And that activity can be replaced with sattvika activity. At the end, the sattvika activity also is displaced and total inaction comes into picture. So that is the spiritual progress we do. First, renounce the bad karmas. A time will come when you will renounce even the good karma. Good karma means external good karma to serve, or to do services and all that. Only one karma you want to do is to keep quiet and take the name of God. That's also karma. But you are not replacing that karma till you reach the goal. Spiritual life is a dynamic life. Spiritual life is not a static life. Continuous work in progress. There is not a single moment of unguarded moments. When unguarded moment comes, you fail. You wake up again and start the journey again. Never consider yourself disqualified because what you have done. What we have done till today is because of our samskaras. I did not know. I did. Now I know. I don't know. There is a beautiful saying. I failed many times, but that taught me how to pass through. Failure comes to only those people who attempt. Correct? If you don't appear for exam, you don't fail. So failure is half success. Because you tried. Those who never tried, never even failed. So do you think they are better than you? No. They didn't even try. How they will fail? I tried, that's why I failed. So failing in spiritual life is not a failure. Failing shows that you have put attempt, you have put effort. We need to continuously put effort. Spiritual life is work in progress. Yeah? You know, when some repairing work is going on the airport, what they write? Business as usual. All repairing work is going on. All adjustment, learning, all going on. But inside business is continuing. Even if I fail, okay, still I do this, my japa. So many times I failed because that failure pushed me towards success. So we never have to dishearten ourselves. A shloka comes in Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is not only philosophy, it's a big book of psychology. Uddharet Atmana Atmanam. All the depression cases are there. They should read that shloka earlier. Uddharet Atmana Atmanam. Rescue yourself by yourself. Who will rescue you? Yourself. You have to rescue yourself. Atmaivahi Atmano Bandhu. You are the friend of yourself. Atmaiva Ripuratmana. You are the enemy of yourself. So we have to be our friend. We have to be friend of our own self. We fail, never mind, try again. But never scold yourself. Never make yourself or tell yourself that you are good for nothing. No. Think of Nachiketa. Kathopanishad first chapter is very beautiful, whole story. There is one shloka where Nachiketa says, Bahunamemi prasamo. In many things I am good. I am better than anybody. Bahunamemi madhyama. In something I am average. But I am never outcasted, failed person, no? Yeah, in some subject I fail. In some subject I excel. That means I have a capacity to excel in everything. So, we can't live without karma. So we keep on doing karma. Intelligence is to replace the karma with a good karma. With a karma that helps you. I remember a gentleman in his 60s, many years before. Big professor. Really, really great man in his own field. No, Swamiji, I have not read Bhagavad Gita at all. Always busy in the science and IT and this and that and all that. So never got time in life. I said, never mind. In Hinduism, we believe in rebirth. Next birth you will do better. Start now. How you do it? You know, if you are sincere, just be sincere to yourself. So I said, anytime going to America? Yes, next month I am going. How many hours flight? 16 hours flight. More than enough. Take a simple Bhagavad Gita book. How many shlokas total? 700 shlokas. Every shloka English translation is 3 lines. That comes to 2,100 lines. That comes to maximum 70 to 80 pages. 80 pages book, it takes hardly 2 hours for you to read. Read slowly in 16 hours. Little you read. When you come back, read it again. And he did that. Oh, now I know what Bhagavad Gita is. At least some idea I have. You see? The beauty of karma is, you do, you get result. The sloka says in famous sloka, Kshipram hi manushe loke siddhir bhavati karmaja. The fruits of karma is instant. How? You took chili in your mouth, you will feel hot after 1 month or what? No, instantly. You instantly get. You take one sweet, are you feeling happy after 7 days? No, instantly I got happiness. Complex karma has a belated result. But simple karma have immediate result in your life. So put little effort. Oh, I have not read Bhagavad Gita. Let me read it once. And just like a sincere student, read it. As soon as you read it, some idea you already got. Details you don't know. It's okay. But at least some idea you have now. In the same way, then read it second time. Then read it with little commentary. Then read it little explanation. Read little big explanation. Different Bhagavad Gitas are available. Read according to your choice. No, you say, no, we are intelligent people, intellectual people. Read Swami Ranganath's explanation you read. Complete modern thought. Even most of the quotes which he does, I don't even know the subject. So idea is this, that we need to do karma. We cannot live without karma. That is very sure. Nahi kaschit kshanamapi jatu tishtati akarmakrit. Nobody can stay without karma even for a moment. So what you do? When I have to do karma, I keep on doing karma and slowly replace my karma with a selected good karma. Reading Bhagavad Gita a little, praying a little more, doing japa a little more, or do some activities which are beneficial spiritually to me. Karma you have to do, so we replace the karma with some good karmas. A time will come when all your waking hours you spend in doing good karma. Good karma means that karma which is helpful for you to eventually realize the self. Unless we realize the truth, there is no freedom. We call mukti, no? Mukti, moksha, salvation, liberation. That is very far. You say, no, my goal is to go to India. What you do? Oh, I have to go to Changi airport to take a flight. But I can't come out of this room. If you cannot come out of the room, you cannot even go to Changi airport. So your liberation, moksha or mukti, starts from the first bondage which you have with you. First go out of your room, then go out of your house, then go out of your colony, then go out of your residential area, then enter into Changi area, then go to airport, then buy the ticket, then go to the flight and then go. No, I do not want to come out of my room, but I want to go to India. No. So our talk is like this. Oh, we want mukti, moksha. Try to be free from your immediate bondage. What is the immediate bondage? I can't concentrate my mind. I cannot pray even for 5 minutes. I don't like good things. All are the small bondages. People cannot part with simplest thing. All information we have, nothing is going to go with me. But I cannot give to anyone even the smallest thing which I have. And still we expect mukti and moksha and all that. It will never happen. You need to come out of your immediate bondage first. And which is your bondage, you tell. You have to decide what is your bondage. So, Sri Krishna is very clear. By not doing action, you cannot reach actionless life. You can't retire if you are not in active life. If you never work, there is no question of retirement. You never work, how to retire? Action is must. Karma is must. Holy Mother, somebody came and told me, Mother, bless me that I don't get rebirth again. I be liberated. So Holy Mother was mother. She says, because of your own desires, you came several times, thousands of times maybe. Will you not come for my sake? Come, do little tapasya, do little service to people. Till now you served yourself, now you serve others. To serve oneself, everybody does. All the animals do the same. You say, no, I do it for my family. Every animal does that. How human being is superior? Human being is superior because human being can come out of these small circles Swami Vivekananda says many times. Have you seen a cow telling lie? No. That's why it remains cow only. A human being tells lies, but human being has a capacity to tell truth. Human being has capacity to stop telling lies. Human being has a capacity to be established in truth. A cow can never do that. That's why they are human being. Sri Ramakrishna says, do you think human being is something small? If resolved, a human being can even realize God, forget about success in life. So we have immense potentiality in us. All of us, without fail. Only we have no confidence in that. I remember one nice incident. I was in Belur, it was a celebration day. Thousands of people have gathered in the area, in the temple, our premises. My duty was to stand and guide people to move in front of Holy Mother's temple, behind Holy Mother's temple. There comes an old lady in her late 70s or 80s with a white sari, so in Indian terms, definitely a widow. Came and stood in front of us, me and other Swami was there, and says, what will happen to us? We are all worldly people. And there is a typical way of telling in Bengali. Amader ki hobe, amara to samsari. What will happen to us? We are worldly people. So the Swami who was standing me went a little closer and told, Mother, if you are not worth, you will not be standing in the ground of Belur Math. You will be standing somewhere. You don't recognize that you are in the place of God already. Why you are lamenting over that? So we should never disqualify ourselves. There is nothing. If you think you have done anything mistake, that is past. Going forward is what life is all about. But once the goal is clear, then only you can go towards it. Our problem is why we study Bhagavad Gita, so that our goal becomes clear. If that is clear, then I start walking. If I have to go outside, I simply cannot go like this. I have to slowly come down and walk. So if the goal is clear, my next action will be clear to me. And that first small step is towards that goal. And I already passed few steps. I am already this much closer to God. So this positivity is important. We all are human beings. We all are human beings with lots and lots of, shortcomings. We are all human beings. But we should never disqualify ourselves. That's why God doesn't see your mistakes. God says, Sri Ramakrishna says this, not me. Oh, he or she did few mistakes, but he or she has done many good things. So there is a possibility for him or her to do all good. That's how the God's standpoint is. So we should never disqualify ourselves. And in pursuit of spiritual pursuit, this positivity is very important. That's why when you get up in the morning, just see whether you are happy with yourself or not. First, open your eyes in the morning itself, before even getting down from the bed. Just think yourself, am I a happy person? How many marks I give to myself? Today what I am going to do to make my life more positive. And it's an everyday job. And let us do it with enthusiasm. There is no vestige in that, nothing to achieve. What is there to achieve anyway? Alexander the Great also left everything and went. Who are you and me? Nobody. So taking this positivity and progressing on everyday basis. Every day plan something. Today I am going to do this. Maybe I will read this one. Maybe I will do japa like this. Maybe I will do this. Maybe I will do this. And then see whether what I have planned is in accordance with my goal. Make the goal clear and do accordingly. We will see some more things. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.